Hey guys, Sykes here, and this is going to be my first episode of Madden Ultimate Team for Madden 15 Next Gen PS4 Edition Ultimate Edition. That's a mouthful for sure, but I've been wanting to get Ultimate Team out there for a while and kind of get that as a cornerstone on my channel. Luckily, I did get the Ultimate Edition, and because of that, I get $40 worth of in-game content, 30 Pro Packs. I get 3 Pro Packs over the course of 10 weeks, and I get 1 Draft Pack, which gives me, I think, like 10 players that were drafted in the first round. In this episode, I'm going to show the 3 Pro Packs. I'm not going to show the Draft Pack. The Draft Pack will come in the next episode or the episode following that, because it took a little bit for the Draft Pack to register, I guess, onto my system, so it wasn't there. The only things that were there were the Pro Pack, so that's all that I opened, and then I played my first game. And over the course of my first game, the Draft Pack registered, etc., etc. I then was able to open it. So I'll either show that at the end of episode 2 or the beginning of episode 3. The point being, I did not play my first game with my Draft Pack. So regardless, right here, I'm just opening up my welcome pack. See, I get Toby Gerhart. He will be my starting running back for the first, 8 games of my season mode. And I don't want to be one to spoil it. I'll never spoil how each game goes. I will kind of spoil it as a whole, though, and that's just that I don't have a very good season in Madden Ultimate Team. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but to be completely honest, I played much worse than I ever have in Madden before. In my past few years in Madden, I've just had a supreme amount of success. I usually go to one of the top levels in Ultimate Team, and I usually win the Super Bowl in every single different level. So by saying that, what I'm pretty much trying to give you guys an idea of is that I'm actually an experienced player. I know what I'm doing, and I'm a pretty good Madden player. Speaking for myself, obviously. But I've always been a very good Madden player, and I've always been very dedicated, and I've always bought all the Maddens and tried very hard to be good at them. So right here, I'm just showing you guys my lineup, so I'm not really going to discuss all that. That'll just be going on in the background. I'm not going to show you guys my beginning solo challenge. I pretty much just cut out of that. Anyways, I was always a pretty good Madden player, but this game is so much different than all the previous Maddens, which for some of you guys will be a good thing, for some of you guys will be a bad thing. For me, it's really bittersweet. The reason it's awesome for me is because the game is new, the game feels fresh, and it feels more realistic than ever. The reason it's bad is because it feels more realistic than ever. I used to cheese pretty hard, I'll be honest, and not by running the same plays or anything, but I used to throw ridiculously, ridiculous just bombs with really terrible quarterbacks, and you could throw them perfectly. That cannot happen in this game. When you try to bomb a receiver in this game, 7 times out of 10 it will get intercepted unless you really throw a perfect pass, which is kind of how it is in real life. So pretty much where I'm trying to go with this is that I really make a lot of mental errors in Madden 15. I'm still trying to get adjusted to it. This is my 4th day with the game, 3rd or 4th day with the game, and I'm really still trying to get adjusted to the game, although I have been playing a lot. And so I'm still not very good, and you guys will kind of see my rust when you watch just the first 10 episodes of the Madden 15 gameplay. You'll just think to yourself, wow, this guy really is a shitty Madden player, which isn't necessarily the case, but yeah, I will look very bad the first few games, and I'm not going to deny it. So as you guys can see, I'm just kind of showing the end of my solo challenge. You'll see the reward I get for doing that. I just get 1,000 coins. I also get 500 coins for doing a little bit of a set with the reward you get from doing this first solo challenge. I didn't show you guys the set that you do. I didn't figure it was important, and I didn't even realize that there was a set to do, to be completely honest. So yeah, so I'm just trying to brief you guys and get you guys kind of an idea of what's to come in my Ultimate Team series. Of course, this is a series I really want to keep going because I have loved every moment of Madden that I've played so far. So just like I said, to get you guys ready for the Madden season, please don't think that I'm a bad player. You have every right to think that, but I may surprise a few of you guys, maybe not in the first season, but I definitely am going to get better over time. I always have been when it comes to video games. Once I get adjusted to this game, I guarantee you guys I'll be putting in that work, and I'll be getting those wins to represent the SciHex channel. So, right here, I'm just opening my first 3 pro packs. Let's see what we get. I mean, to be honest, I didn't get the greatest pulls. In the first pro pack, I got pretty freaking lucky, I'll be completely honest. And, here we go. That's the gold player I pulled in my first pack, Torrey Smith. 80 overall and up in this Ultimate Team for Madden 15 are super rare. For some reason, they just made it ridiculously hard to pull good players. So to get a player like Torrey Smith right out the beginning, right out the gates, I was just stoked. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm just stoked to use him as my number 2 receiver, or even my number 1 next to another receiver I'm about to pull. Not here, but in my rookie pack. I think you guys all know who's coming, but you guys will see. It's not going to be in the first episode. It'll have to be in the second episode. But then again, I do pull another good wide receiver in one of these pro packs. As you guys see, I get my safety, one of my safeties for the future. I actually end up plugging him in at free safety, but whatever. You guys will see how that all plays out and all that good stuff. So right here, pulling a lot of low overall players, but here I get Jerome McMillan. The reason I like him is because this guy has wheels. Like, it's ridiculous. So that's the reason I like him. We keep looking, and we get Chris Culliver, which I absolutely loved. And we also get Darius Hayward-Bay, who's an awesome player because he just has wheels. So obviously, I was pretty stoked with pulling these 2 players because Chris Culliver can put in that work too. And he has been ever since this first season. He really is a good lockdown number 1 cornerback, going up against some of the low overall wide receivers that we're going to be facing in the first season. So that's pretty much just all I really have to show you guys for this first game. I'm just kind of going through the menus, giving you guys an idea of how Madden Ultimate Team looks and feels so far in this game. And to give you guys a recommendation, I do really recommend that you guys buy this game. I know a lot of you guys think you can just buy the previous Maddens and use an updated roster and it won't feel any different. Well, to be completely honest, that could have been the case in Madden 25 and Madden 13 and a few of the years before that. The game really hasn't changed a lot. But for me, the step that I felt when I took from 25 to 15, just how different of a game it feels, it's kind of extraordinary. And it doesn't even feel like I'm playing a Madden game. It just feels like I'm actually playing football. I don't have to put a name brand to it. It just feels like a football game. I love it. I mean, because Madden really did outdo themselves this year. There's still work to be done, but I love it. And to give you guys another one of my opinions, I think some people are a little bit too harsh on Madden producers. Of course, they haven't really come as far as some other games in terms of gameplay. But we also have to realize football is much harder of a sport to recreate in comparison to other sports. There's much more players on the field than any other sport. There's much more action going on all over, and it's just much tougher. Like an NBA, really all you have to focus on, like really closely, is the person dribbling the ball and the person guarding him. And the only other sport that I don't think there's really any other sport actually that compares to the difficulty it would be to make a football game. That's just my opinion though, guys. So you guys can just keep your opinions about Madden, but I do highly recommend this game. I have loved it so far. I really hope you guys stay tuned to future Ultimate Team and other Madden videos I'll be posting on the daily. Just make sure to stay tuned. Thank you. Peace.